Hurricane Matthew has left at least 108 people dead in Haiti, the country's interior minister says. Some 50 people reported to have died in the southern town of Roche-a-Bateau alone. New images from remote and cut-off areas in the southwest of the country show scenes of devastation. The hurricane has again been upgraded to a Category 4 storm, the second highest hurricane classification, as it heads for the U.S. state of Florida. Hurricane Matthew, the most powerful Caribbean storm in nearly a decade, is currently pounding the Bahamas, after slicing through Haiti and Cuba. At least 140 people have died across the region since it first made landfall on Tuesday, Reuters reported, with Haiti suffering the worst losses. Most of the fatalities were in towns and fishing villages around Haiti's Tiburon peninsula, with many killed by falling trees, flying debris and swollen rivers. The storm passed directly through the peninsula, driving the sea inland and flattening homes with winds of up to 145 miles per hour, 230 kilometers per hour, and torrential rain on Monday and Tuesday. "I've never seen anything like this," said Louis Paul Raphael, a central government representative in Roche-a-Bateau. Hurricane Matthew is already the deadliest Atlantic storm since 2012, when Hurricane Sandy directly killed at least 147 people. Sandy was a Category 3 storm. Matthew is a Category 4, after being downgraded from Category 5, the highest classification. Category 5 hurricanes are rare, and not always the most deadly. Circumstances, rather than wind speed, dramatically affect how dangerous a storm is. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina was a Category 3 when it made landfall in the United States. It left 1,800 people dead, and was the costliest storm in U.S. history with damage estimated at $108 billion, pound 85 BN. The last Category 4 storm in the Atlantic, Hurricane Joaquin in October 2015, killed 34 people, 33 of which were on board the cargo ship El Faro, which sank during the storm. At least 130 people were killed in Honduras and Nicaragua during the last Category 5 Atlantic storm, Hurricane Felix, which hit Central America in 2007. Haiti's Interior Minister, François Joseph, announced a rapid increase in the death toll on Thursday as aid workers and authorities tried to gauge the true scale of the devastation. The collapse of an important bridge on Tuesday had left the southwest largely cut off. The whole southern coast of Haiti, from the town of Les Cayes to Tiburon, is devastated, Pierre-Louis Austin told the AFP news agency. More than 29,000 homes were destroyed in the hard-hit Sud department alone, and more than 20,000 people have been displaced, local authorities said. Across the country, there are some 350,000 in need of assistance, according to the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. Aerial images from the town of Jérémie show hundreds of homes flattened. It was pretty much wiped out from the seaboard all the way to the cathedral, a radio host in Haiti's capital of Port-au-Prince told the BBC on Thursday. "The devastation that we are seeing is horrible, the town is really in dire straits and it's very, very bad down there." Early assessments carried out by authorities showed nearly 2,000 homes were flooded and at least 10 schools were damaged across the country, the French Ateli website reports. Haiti's presidential election due this weekend has been postponed because of the hurricane. The country is one of the world's poorest, with many residents living in flimsy housing in flood-prone areas. 4 people also died in the storm in the neighboring Dominican Republic on Tuesday. Hurricane Matthew has left a trail of destruction across the Caribbean, but nowhere has the devastation been more severe than in Haiti. The poorest country in the Americas, Haiti has long been particularly vulnerable to natural disasters. 6 years after an earthquake killed more than 200,000 people and displaced 1.5 million, tens of thousands of quake victims still live in temporary shelters. More than half of Haiti's city dwellers live in overcrowded shanty towns that take the full force of any earthquake, hurricane, or disease outbreak. An ongoing cholera epidemic, triggered by the arrival of UN troops after the 2010 quake, has killed thousands of people. Massive deforestation has also led to soil erosion, leaving hillside huts and poorly built houses in the capital, Port-au-Prince, dangerously exposed. The consequence in rural areas, where many depend on small plots of land for their food, is that topsoil is often washed away. Political instability and corruption have been a factor. Without effective government for decades, Haiti currently ranks 163rd out of the 188 countries on the UN Human Development Index. It spends little on storm defenses.